Om Shanti, 19th March 2025. Today's Sakar Murli. Essence, sweet children, you have to die a living death from this old world and your old bodies and return home. Therefore, renounce body consciousness and become soul conscious. Question: what are the signs of the children who are very good effort makers? Answer: those who are good effort makers wake up early in the morning and practice being soul conscious. They make effort to remember the one Father. Their aim is not to remember bodily beings but constantly to remember the Father and the cycle of 84 births. This is such wonderful fortune. Om Shanti. Baba says, you children have now died a living death. Have how have you died? You have renounced the consciousness of your bodies, and only you so only you souls remain. Bodies are destroyed, souls never die. The Father says, while alive, consider yourselves to be souls and have yoga with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, and you souls will become pure. Until a soul becomes completely pure, he cannot receive a pure body. When a soul becomes pure, he automatically sheds his old body just as a snake automatically sheds its skin. Its attachment is broken. It knows that when it receives a new skin, the old one will be shed. Each of you children has your own intellect. You children now understand that you have died a living death from this old world and your old bodies. Then, having left your bodies, to which place will you souls return? To your home, first of all. Remember this firmly. I am a soul, not a body. The soul says, Baba, I now belong to you. I have died a living death. You souls have now received the order, remember me, your father, and you will become Satapradhan from Tamopradhan. This practice of remembrance needs to be firm. You souls say, Baba, you have come, and so we will only belong to you. Souls are male, not female. It is always said, we are brothers. You would never say that all of you are sisters. You are all sons. All of you sons are to receive the inheritance. If you call yourself a daughter, how will you receive your inheritance? All souls are brothers. The Father tells everyone, spiritual children, remember me. Souls are so tiny. These are very deep and subtle aspects and have to be understood. You children are unable to stay in stable remembrance. The sannyasis give an example. Someone was told to stay Someone was told to say to himself, I am a buffalo, I am a buffalo. By saying this, that person thought he had become a buffalo. In fact, no one actually becomes a buffalo. The Father says, consider yourselves to be souls. None of them has this knowledge of souls and the Supreme Soul. This is why they say such things. You now have to become soul conscious. I am a soul. I have to shed this old body and take a new one. People say that a soul is a star that resides in the center of the forehead. However, then they say that souls are thumb shaped. This is such a vast difference between a star and a thumb shape. They also make saligrams out of clay. Souls cannot be that large. It is because human beings are body conscious that they make large images in a gross form. These are all aspects of great subtlety. People do devotion while sitting in solitude in a little corner somewhere. Each of you has to remain living in your household and carry on with your business, etc., while keeping it firmly in your intellect that you are a soul. The Father says, I, your Father, I am also a tiny dot. It isn't that I am any larger. I have all of this knowledge. Souls and the Supreme Soul are identical. He is simply called the Supreme. This is fixed in the drama. The Father says, I am immortal. If I were not immortal, how would I purify you? How would I call you sweet children? It is the soul who does everything. The Father comes and makes you soul conscious. Great effort is needed for this. The Father says, remember me. Do not remember anyone else. There are many types of yogi in this world. When a girl becomes engaged, her yoga is with her fiance. It wasn't connected to him previously. Once she sees her fiance, she stays in remembrance of him. The Father now says, constantly remember me alone. You need to practice this very well. The children who are very good effort makers will wake up early in the morning and practice remaining soul conscious. People do devotion in the morning too. They remember their own special deity. Although they worship Hanuman a great deal, they know nothing about him. The Father comes and explains, your intellects have become like those of monkeys. You are now becoming deities once again. This is an impure Tamapradhan world. You have now come to the unlimited Father. I am beyond rebirth. This body belongs to this Dada. I do not have a bodily name. My name is Shiva, the benefactor. You children know that Shiv Baba, the benefactor, comes and changes hell into heaven. He brings so much benefit. He completely destroys hell. Establishment of heaven is now taking place through Prajapita Brahma. You are the mouth-born children of Prajapita Brahma. Whilst moving along, caution one another. Man mana bhava. The Father says, remember me and your sins will be absolved. The Father is the purifier. They have written by mistake that God Shri Krishna speaks instead of God Shiva speaks. God is incorporeal. He is called the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. His name is Shiva. Shiva is worshipped a great deal. People chant Shiva of Kashi. They have given him various names on the path of devotion. They have built many temples to him for their own income. His original name is Shiva, but they also have named him Somnath, that is Lord of Nectar, the one who gives you nectar to drink. He gives you the wealth of this knowledge. When you become worshippers, you spend so much on building to temples him. That is because he gave you such nectar. Together with the Lord of Nectar, there must also be the Lady of Nectar, that is Somnathini, as are the king and queen, so the subjects. Therefore, all of you are lords and ladies of nectar. You will go to that golden world. There will be bricks of gold there. Otherwise, how else would the wall, etc., be built? Because there is so much gold there, it is called a golden world. This is a world of iron and stone. Simply hearing the name of heaven, your mouths begin to water. There are also the two forms of Vishnu, Lakshmi and Narayan. They are separate. You are becoming the masters of the land of Vishnu. At present, you are in the land of Ravan. The Father now says, simply consider yourselves to be souls and remember me, your Father. The Father lives in the Supreme Adobe, and you souls also live in the Supreme Adobe. The Father says, I do not cause you any difficulty. This is all very easy. But yes, Ravan, your enemy, is standing in front of you. He creates obstacles. There aren't any obstacles in this knowledge. It is in remembrance that there are obstacles. Maya repeatedly makes you forget to stay in remembrance. She makes you body conscious and stops you from remembering the Father. This battle takes place. The Father says, you are karma yogis. Acha, if you are unable to remember me during the day, remember me at night. If you practice this at night, it will be useful during the day. Have the constant awareness that you are remembering the Father who is making you into the masters of the world. When you have remembrance of the Father and of the cycle of 84 births, that too is great fortune for you. Tell others too. Sisters and brothers, this iron age is now about to end and the golden age is coming. The Father has come and is teaching us Raj Yoga for the golden age. After the iron age, the golden age has to come. Remember no one but the one Father. Those in the stage of retirement keep the company of sannyasis. To be in the stage of retirement means to have no need for words. Souls remain in silence. They cannot become merged. No actors can live this drama. The Father also has also told you not to remember anyone but the one Father. Even though you see everyone, you must not remember them. This old world is to be destroyed. It is a graveyard. Are corpses ever remembered? The Father says, all of them are already dead. I have to come to make impure ones pure and take them back home. All the bodies here will be destroyed. At this time, very powerful bombs, etc., are being manufactured. They say, while sitting here, we can have bombs dropped exactly where we target them. It is fixed that destruction will happen once again. God has come and is teaching you Raj Yoga for the new world. This is the same Mahabharata war that has been mentioned in the scriptures. God has definitely come to carry out establishment and destruction. These pictures are very clear. You have visions, this is what we will become. All studies of this world will finish here. There is no need for doctors or barristers there. You will receive your inheritance for there from here. Those with all the skills and talents here will take them there. There will be first class builders to build everything. There will also be bazaars, etc. Everything will continue to function. They will take their whatever wisdom they have learnt here. They learn many skills and talents through science. All of these things will be useful there. They will be part of the subjects. You children are not going to become part of the subjects. You have come in order to claim the throne of Baba and Mama. Therefore, follow the Shrimad that the Father gives you. The first class Shrimad that only He gives you is remember me alone. Sometimes a person's fortune suddenly opens. Someone or other becomes the instrument for that. Baba tells you, Kumaris, by getting married now, you will totally destroy yourself. Do not follow into that gutter. Will you not listen to the Father? Do you not want to become an empress of heaven? Promise yourself that you will never go back to that world, that you will never even remember that world. Does anyone ever remember a cemetery? Here you say, the sooner I leave this body, the sooner I can go to heaven. Our 84 births have now come to an end. We are now going to our home. Tell others this too. You also understand that no one but Baba can give you the kingdom of the golden age. This chariot also has the suffering of karma. Bap and Dada sometimes have a spiritual conversation between themselves. This Baba, that is Brahma, says, Baba, bless me. Either give me some medicine for this cough or finish it through magic. Shiv Baba replies, no, you have to go through that suffering because I use this chariot of yours. I do give you something in return for that, but those are your karmic accounts. Something or other will continue to happen until the end. If I were to bless you, I would have to bless everyone. If this daughter sitting here today were to be in a train accident tomorrow and die, Baba would say that is in the drama. You wouldn't ask why didn't Baba warn her of that before. That is not the law. I come to make impure once pure. I have not come to tell you about all of those other things. You have to settle all your own karmic accounts yourself. There is no question of blessings in that. If you want that, go to the sannyasis. Baba just tells you one thing. You called me out. You called out to me to come and take you from hell to heaven. People think that Rama of Sita is the purifier. However, they have misunderstood everything. They praise Rama and sing songs about him. King Rama is the lord of the Raghu clan. The father says, you lost so much money on the path of devotion. There is the song. Just look what happened to this world of yours. They make idols of the deities, worship them, and then sink them in the sea. You now understand how much money they waste. All of that will happen again. Such things do not happen in the golden age. Everything is fixed, second by second. This same thing will repeat every cycle. This drama has to be understood very clearly. Acha? If you are not able to remember very much, the father says simply remember Alpha and Beta, the father and the kingdom. You should have the internal intoxication of how you souls have taken 84 births while going around the cycle. Explain this to other users. Explain this to others using these pictures. This is very easy. This is a heart to heart conversation with the spiritual children. It is only with your children that the father has a spiritual conversation. He cannot have a conversation with anyone else. The father says, consider yourselves to be souls. It is souls who do everything. The father reminds you, you have taken 84 births. Your births are always as human beings. Just as the father issues the ordinance that you must not indulge in vice in the same way, he also issues an ordinance that forbids anyone to cry. No one cries in the golden and silver ages. Even little children do not cry. It is forbidden for anyone to cry there. That is a world where everyone remains cheerful. You have to practice that there. Acha? To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to you, spiritual children. Essence for dharana. Number one. Instead of asking the father for blessing, settle all your karmic accounts with the pilgrimage of remembrance. Make effort to become pure. Understand this drama accurately. Number two, while seeing this old world, do not remember anything. Become a karma yogi. Practice remaining constantly cheerful. Never cry. Today's blessing. May you be a true trustee and become a conqueror of Maya by renouncing all consciousness of I while living at home with your family. May you be a true trustee and become a conqueror of Maya by renouncing all consciousness of I while living at home with your family. Just as germs take birth in rubbish, in the same way Maya takes birth where there is the consciousness of mind. The easy way to become a conqueror of Maya is to consider yourself to be a trustee. A Brahma Kumar means to be a trustee, and a trustee does not have any attachment to anyone because it does not have the consciousness of mind. When you consider yourself to be a householder, Maya will Maya will come, whereas when you consider yourself to be a trustee, Maya will run away. Therefore, become detached before acting with your family and you will become Maya proof. Slogan. Where there is ego, there will definitely be some feeling of being insulted. Where there is ego, there will definitely be some feeling of being insulted. Today's Avyakta signal. Adopt the culture of truth and good manners. Let people experience your inner cleanliness and truth in your getting up, sitting down, speaking, and in doing service, for only then you be able to become instruments of God revelation. For this, let the light of purity be constantly lit. Do not have the slightest upheaval. The more the light of purity is unshakable, the more easily people will be able to recognize the Father. Acha? Om Shanti.